We're here because free speech is under attack. We're here because people are being convinced that socialism works. We're here because people are being judged guilty until proven innocent. We are fighting back with facts. This is not a safe zone, so buckle up, Buttercup. This is the raw, naked truth.
The U.S. meets J.D. Vance. Secret Service missteps uncovered. Another company divests of DEI and more. Welcome to the Raw Naked Truth. I'm your host, Eric Lopkin, and here's the news you need to know. J.D. Vance made his debut as Trump's VP nominee. In a speech at the Republican National Convention, the Ohio senator spoke about his upbringing in the Midwest to argue that he knows what working-class America is struggling with, and he would fight for them because they had been cast aside and forgotten by Democrats. For Vance, a New York Times best-selling author, former Silicon Valley venture capitalist, and U.S. Marine, the speech was an opportunity to introduce himself to Americans, since nearly two-thirds of voters had never heard of him or had no opinion on him, according to a recent CNN poll. The Democratic National Committee said it would stick with its planned virtual roll call to officially make President Joe Biden the nominee in advance of the party's convention. But rather than beginning the virtual vote as soon as next week as originally planned, it won't start before August 1st. The new timeline gives donors and lawmakers concerned about Biden's ability to beat Republican nominee Donald Trump more time to make their case. Yesterday, Representative Adam Schiff urged Biden to drop out of the race, making the California Democrat, who's running for Senate, one of the most high-profile party members to do so. Police were suspicious of Donald Trump's attempted assassin on Saturday more than an hour before the attack, according to private law enforcement briefings provided to House and Senate lawmakers. Wednesday's briefings, given by top U.S. officials, offered some of the most detailed information to date on what happened in the run-up to the shooting at a campaign rally in western Pennsylvania. Senator Markwayne Mullin said gunman Thomas Matthew Crooks was identified as suspicious around 5 p.m., more than an hour before the shooting. They said that he had a backpack and what they classified as a rangefinder, Mullin said. Local authorities and rally attendees spotted Crooks on the roof 10 minutes before Donald Trump took the stage. Under the Secret Service standard operating procedures, they were supposed to keep Trump off the stage at that point until the situation was dealt with. President Joe Biden tested positive for COVID-19 on Wednesday while in Las Vegas for a series of events, the White House announced. In a statement, White House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre said Biden tested positive following his first event in Las Vegas. He is vaccinated and boosted, and he is experiencing mild symptoms, Jean-Pierre said. He will be returning to Delaware, where he will self-isolate and will continue to carry out all of his duties fully during that time. The White House will provide regular updates on the president's status as he continues to carry out the full duties of the office while in isolation. Microsoft has reportedly laid off a team devoted to diversity, equity, and inclusion after pouring millions of dollars into the initiative, becoming the latest major company to ditch the woke policy. The big tech giant disbanded the DEI team at the beginning of the month due to changing business needs, according to a July 1st email obtained by Business Insider. It is unclear how many employees were affected. The decision was a further sign that companies are pulling back on diversity-based initiatives that were put in place following the 2020 death of George Floyd and the subsequent Black Lives Matter protest campaigns. That's the Raw Naked Truth. You can catch every episode of The Raw Naked Truth at xvadio.com, the Apple Podcasts app, Google Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Audible, Amazon Music, and other platforms that respect freedom of speech. We'll see you next time.